Peaks of Health Metabolic Medical Center is all about you. In fact, the center was established to address the underlying cause of a disease instead of just treating the symptoms. And this morning, Dr. Tracy Linhart is focusing on what you need to know about the thyroid. Good morning. Good to see you.
It's good to be back.
There's a lot we can dive in for this, talking about the thyroid. I feel like a lot of times you hear that it's misdiagnosed, mistreated. It's just a tough one to figure out. I guess let's start with, what does the thyroid do?
Well, I kind of explain to people that the thyroid is kind of like the speed of every cell in your body. That's why there's so many symptoms involved with thyroid. So if it's going too fast, everything speeds up. If it's going too slow, everything slows down. So most people are hypothyroid or lower thyroid. So that's going to be, they're going to be foggy thinking. They're going to have digestive issues because the gut's going to slow down. Their heart rate slows down. So their weight loss, their metabolism slows down. So they start gaining weight. They can have cold hands, cold feet, dry skin. So it involves everything.
So how on earth, because when you hear all those symptoms, I mean, I can understand, especially when you're talking about fatigue or brain fog. I mean, how does a team figure out what exactly is going on? Do doctors automatically think thyroid? Okay, let's check that first.
No, actually, most patients come in asking if their thyroid's the problem. We standardly run it on most of our patients. If they're complaining of fatigue, if they're complaining of weight gain, if they're coming in for weight loss, we always run a thyroid on our patients.
Okay. Does it normally hit at a certain age?
Most women will get worse after menopause. Okay. Because there are thyroid receptors on our ovaries. So the thyroid does go down in menopause in most women. So they, again, part of the weight gain. Men usually have no clue. So a lot of our guys, when we look at it, they're gaining weight around the middle. They think their testosterone's low. Well, with it goes thyroid. Stress is a big one that can affect your thyroid gland. Yeah. Who of us are not stressed out?
So how easy is it to test? Get some answers.
You can test fairly easily. It's how you test that's the problem.
Okay, so
most of us were taught to test something called a TSH, which is thyroid stimulating hormone. That is not part of your thyroid gland. It's part of how your brain perceives your thyroid is working. So if you only test that, then you really don't know what's going on with the thyroid. You don't know if it's producing properly, and you don't know if it's converting, because you have something called T4. That is like storage thyroid, and then it converts to active thyroid called T3. Okay. So if you don't convert properly, then you're still low thyroid, even though you have a normal TSH.
So is that something when someone is coming in questioning their thyroid and you think, okay, yeah, we may need to look at that, do you automatically do both of those tests hand in hand? I always look at the full thyroid.
I rarely only look at, I almost never look at just TSH. I always look at the whole thyroid because, again, the things that affect that, stress can affect the conversion of thyroid, yo-yo dieting. How many of our patients have dieted up and down? That will affect how the thyroid works. So many of those things can affect that. Infections, autoimmune disorders. So there's so many different things that can affect that conversion. So we'll look at the entire thyroid all the time.
Okay. We still have about a minute left. Talk about treating this and actually getting help and relief for patients. How easy is that?
It actually is fairly easy. If someone's just not converting properly because of stress, we'll put in the nutrients the thyroid needs to convert properly and try to just get it to work. If they're hypothyroid where we just can't get that done, then we give them thyroid. So you can give multiple thyroid medications, but if they have low T3, meaning they're not converting, they're not making that active thyroid, then we have to give them some form of T3. Most people are given Synthroid, which is T4 only. So we'll either add in like a Cytomel, which is T3, or we'll give them what we call desiccated thyroid. That's my preferred because it's pig thyroid, and it's the closest we can get to human thyroid.
Well, as we close here, what's your take home as we kind of put up your contact information, get people to call? Because again, I know this is a hot button issue for a lot of people. What do you want them to know?
Well, I mean, if you are having symptoms or you think there's something going on with your thyroid, ask your doctor to do the complete testing. Don't just rely on just TSH. I did that for years. That was my problem. I asked them multiple times that I thought I had a thyroid issue. That's why I know it so well. And they kept on telling me I was normal. And it turned out that no, I was very hypothyroid. So. Well,
you also are doing something great for our viewers. We love this. You're doing a free consultation, a morning blend special offer. We'll put the details up on that. There is the number to call, the address on where you can find Dr. Linhart as well. Thank you so much. We always love our visits with you.